Oh, well, well, well. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ron, H to the ON, and this is another episode from the Critics Collective. We are talking season four. You can catch this show on Stars. I think I kind of put it pretty high as far. I did everything except for excellence. I haven't really talked anything super negative about this show. Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. And again, we're talking season four now. Season five, this will be the last season of this chapter will close in the book that is the Power universe. It tells a story of Kanan, which is the character that 50 Cent plays in Power, with Ghost and Tommy and everything like that. So I've got to go back and revisit that. And that's going to be pretty cool now that I've had the pre-story to that. So I don't know, we'll see what happens, but hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more here at the Critics Collective. We would love to have you join our collective family. And with that being said, I'm gonna go over the lows, the highs. We're going to rate this thing from 0 to 5, and you can participate as well. You can in the comments say, what do you like about the show, what you don't like about the show. You can rate it yourself. What was your favorite episode? Things of that nature. And if there's other shows you're watching, then let me know, because after I finish this, I'm either gonna dip back into Power, because I know I for sure saw the first two, if not three seasons. And if not, then there's some other shows I was thinking about. Mia, that's a new show that came out. Claws is another one I was thinking about. Snowfall and Blow Money Fast. I think those are the ones I was thinking about jumping into that kind of stay in this genre. Now, I finished Sopranos right before this, which I finally got around to watching and binging that one. So maybe I'll come back and talk about that as a whole. So with that being said, go into my lows. My lows, I don't really have any. And what I mean by that is I guess I'm used to the way this show is running. And so some of the things I nitpicked on season 1, 2, and 3, and you can go check those out. I don't really feel the need to mention it now. Again, the show is almost done. It's almost finished. This is what the show does. And at some point, let it go. It's what it is. Like when I talk about on BET, which I think now Paramount Plus, Divorced Sisters and Sisters, out of the Tyler Perry universe. Those shows have things that I feel like are flaws as far as being kind of like a soap opera, because that's what it is. Fatima is another show, but they have good qualities about them. So it's just like, this is what those shows are. Move on and enjoy the show. And that's what I'm doing here. So I will mention some stuff from really the third season. At this point, I'm not trying to spoil anything. I've said enough for you to be like, hey, I haven't seen the season 1, 2, and 3. I need to get the hell up out of here. And you can go ahead and bounce. If not, some of the things that grab my attention, Ronnie. I always like characters that have my name. That's just what it is. As soon as I saw this motherfucker, I was like, oh, this is gonna be some. This is gonna be some. The way he's like, you can see OCD in a way where everything's neat and has a place. I can respect that because I live my life that way. But the sense that you can see Unique kind of worried about him, and then so then I would go into some of the things about the show where I'm like, hey, these are things that are grabbing my attention, without going too deep into it. Now, the first thing is Ronnie. Anybody who has a name in a television show or movie that has my name, I feel like, not that you're fully connected to that character, but you kind of lean in. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like Michael Jackson's Billie Jean video, and it says Ronald's Drugstore, Ronald's Drugs in green, if you haven't noticed it. And I show my kids and everything, are like Usher. Usher has a song, and a few other artists where they're like, you crazy for this, Ron? And I'm like, I know that's right. Anyway, so Ronnie comes into the picture. He spent some time in confinement, and you can see Unique is scared and worried and fearful for him. But at some point, it kind of develops more intense. At first, it's kind of like, hey, big brother, this, and this, and you kind of understand the dynamic that he was running stuff before he went away and Neek took everything over. And so he's just on this mode of getting everything back, which is similar to what Neek was talking about at the beginning when we're introduced the real conflict of Raq going ahead and taking parts of his business and getting him to go to jail and taking the situation for Howard when he first went down. So I think it's just interesting to see that dynamic, because Neek is like, no, I'm not this, this, and that. And you as the viewer, you're thinking what Ronnie's thinking. You're like, yeah, dude, you're in love. You're like I sung it before, T-Pain, I'm sprung. Like, you were already in that, literally in that. And you may not be seeing things the same way as what your brother's seeing it. I love how dark this character is, but it feels like a lot of the other characters that are introduced, we're not going to see this character very long. It's unfortunate, but that's just what it is. Neek and Raquel, I just think it's so mind-boggling that these two are together the way they are. I couldn't help the butter pecan ice cream thing. It made me think of the Jackson movie miniseries that came out, and Joe Jackson asked her to go pick up some butter pecan ice cream because he didn't have any. So I just thought that was interesting. That's Lou and the music thing. I just feel like with Lou, what it looks like is, whether intentional or not, it's like he's going through these loops that don't fully finish. It's almost every time you get an arc or something, it just doesn't finish. So he's had 2 or 3 shots at music or something like that, something different from the street life. But he seems like at moments that he misses it, and then it pulls him right back in. So right now he's on an arc to go up, but it just feels like it's not going to be complete, unfortunately. Or maybe that's what it is. It's like now he's going to complete it. He's going to maybe rise up, do his own thing. I don't know. But you can see the maturity in this character in the 4 seasons that we have. Moving into Juliana and Ronnie. Julie, I liked her the first time I saw her early on. Watching her do the glow up was cool. Watching the situation of how she played out, what happened with Neek and Raq and Raquel, sorry, and that situation that turned her and changed her into who she is now. It kind of sucks, because it's one of those things where I said in previous seasons, I'm like, man, if motherfuckers just have real conversations for just 30 seconds, it could change the dynamic. And that whole scene when she was the hostage and how that played out, I can understand her feelings on it. I wish that would have played out different, but I get it. It's like, you got to drive the story. You got to take it this way. The fact that she's fucking with this dude, Ronnie, I don't know, because he's just such an individual. You would think, because you telling me she can go out there and get anybody, and she fucking with this dude? I don't know, man. I don't know. Juke and Marvin, there is something that's going to happen, I'm sure of it, that is going to wind these two together, because Marvin's having this reflection of being softer. He does the breathing exercise, like woo-sa. He's doing that, right? And you're seeing him grow as a father. And then you're seeing some of the stuff that he was, though he had the situation where it's not like he didn't love his daughter. He was maybe ashamed or something negative about who she was becoming, her sexuality, all those things, right? But he was still there. He was still supporting her. He was still in her corner, even though at times he would take the limelight. He would take it and like, oh, that's me. But now you watch him realizing that. You watch him pulling back on that. But at the same time that's happening, where he may be getting softer, not in a negative way. He's getting softer. He's getting more mature. You're still seeing him make mistakes where he's assuming he's going to get a chance to clean it up, or he's assuming that his intent is good and it's followed through. It's well planned. And you're seeing him stumble on that again and again, even from when the time where Raq was like, hey, I'm done with you. You got to get out. You got to go. You're seeing that still thing that's kind of happening. And then the other side, Juke, you're seeing her get harder. You're seeing her being ridden into the show tougher. The military training is just a nice little plot to say she's better with a gun. She has the ability to go in there and just fight hand to hand with the subway scene that happened and carry her own, which she does against the guy at the church thing that's playing out. Like, you're seeing her development almost like ramped up to match, in a way technical, what Marvin has been doing on the streets. So it's interesting to watch. I don't know if it's a passing the torch type of thing, but that's just something I had. Fame, I enjoyed the character Crown, I'll be sure-ish, but I also enjoy Fame. I know people online were like, hey, is Fame Drake or something like that? I'm not going in all that stuff and similarities or looks or whatever. I'm going by the actor. I thought the actor did a great job. I thought once we get a look into the story and how he grew up and the moms, I think it makes more sense of kind of what he was doing and why he was moving the way he was. Um, and I think he's still going to be impactful even into season 5. That's just me. If you know, you know. And then Pawns, I think watching how as big as you're thinking the Thomas family is, seeing that a lot of times it just looks like they're pawns to much bigger organizations. I don't know how to feel about that, but that's a thing. Take that for however you want to. Some of that is the Thomases making their own mistakes, and others is just how the game is played. Now, there's an episode 7, I think it's called Reintroduce Myself, or Allow Me to Reintroduce Myself. That's how I started the show. That was what was on my mind. That is the best episode on this whole season. Which is a lot of them are close right there, but I think it was directed by Mario Van Pebbles, if I'm saying his name right. He's been directing and producing and acting in movies like this and other stuff for decades. So I'm not shocked that the best episode would have fingerprints of him all over it. As far as the season, let's go ahead, let's rate it. That's what we do. We get in here, we rate the seasons. I did say that season 3 was the best season of the whole series. I gave that a strong 4. I'm going to give this season, I'm going to give it an even stronger 4. Okay. Not enough to be excellent, because there are some things with it that I just found like it's still to go in with the level of production. So I'm just going to give this a 4. It's not a bad 4. Like I said, I recommend watching it. I'm enjoying it. The music, the fashion, the actor, Miller, if I'm saying her last name right, she is leading this acting. Like she gets in a room, and whether it's anger, whether it's cunning decisions, whether it's I'm a boss, like all this stuff, respectfully, I feel like she does a really good job of portraying the character in which we've seen as they developed over the last about to be 5 seasons. Yeah, that's for the most part. That's it. Like, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, comment for more. Let me know in the comments what you think of the season. I will say this is the best season they put together. And I know it's saying a lot because I said season 3 was the best season. Season 3 had 2, maybe 3 episodes that were just right there on the right there of being like this. From the moment you get into this season 4, each episode keeps that bar raised, and it doesn't stop. It takes it up a level or not. There's is it Skips and Pops? I'm thinking of the regular show. You know what I'm talking about. You have 2 characters that are introduced some time ago, and those characters I think do a really good job of filling stuff out. Again, Tony Danza is doing this shit. But let me see if I can find I don't think I'm gonna be able to find the characters. But they're the couple. Let me know in the comments, because I can't think of it right now. They're the couples that dress alike. They wear the same outfits. They're cut from the same cloth, right? And I like the little stuff they put in there. Again, they say some words that sound like a 50 Cent song, because it is, and it's torn from that and it's put into it. But even when Ronnie gets Kanan and he gets abducted, if you look in the background, it says Unique's jury in the background. And I just thought that was just interesting. But the level of detail that they do is like they're saying they're cut from the same cloth. When the woman of the pair meets Ronnie for the first time, she's like, "Oh, you look good, you Urkel looking motherfucker." And she's like, "Oh, there's prison muscles and XYZ." And the husband isn't like, "Don't talk like that to another man." And it's almost like an open relationship, but it's not. It's just like they do their shit together, right? It's not like you never see anything of her like sleeping around or doing anything. And you see as the season progresses what her role is and what his role is and what they do together. and what they have involved in this game that they're playing for the long haul. So it's Worrell. He plays John Clay, if I'm saying it correctly. If that is the character, maybe it's not. I don't know. Point Blank, I enjoy those two. I'm so curious what's going to happen to those two. I don't see them making it through the season 5. I really feel like they're going to be closed. I don't see Tony making it all the way. Don't see that. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna finish the season out and hope they stick the landing. We talk about shows that don't stick the landing, like The Boys or Stranger Things, Game of Thrones, but could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here, and I greatly appreciate that. Until next time.